Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Rangers Review News Bulletin this Wednesday, the 23rd of April. I hope you're all doing well. Lots of Rangers news doing the rounds. You will have seen big news to emerge yesterday, and that is that Rangers said to be closing in on a new sporting director. They haven't had one since the departure of Ross Wilson back in early 2023 when he departed for Nottingham Forest. And Rangers now believed to be closing in on Kevin Thelwell, who is the current Everton Director of Football. He will be leaving the Goodison Park club at the end of his contract this summer. He's 51 years of age. He's previously worked with Wolves and also New York Red Bulls as their head of sport. And it's believed that he's already met with members of the club's hierarchy and also visited the Rangers training centre. So that one seems to be gathering pace by all accounts. He's done a pretty decent job, according to some reports down on Merseyside. And he's been in the post down there at Everton since February 2022. Before that, he helped build a Wolves team that identified and recruited some big names at the time, the likes of Diego Jota, Ruben Neves, Adama Traore, Leander Dendoncker, and Connor Cody. And at New York Red Bulls, he helped them reach the MLS playoffs for the 12th consecutive year in 2021. They also had the youngest squad in the MLS at the time. At Everton, of course, it's been a bit of a turbulent time down at the Toffees in recent years. You had to navigate issues with profit and sustainability rules, points deductions, and the seemingly regular battle against relegation. But Everton seem to be getting their house in order down there. And he was part of, played a major role in the signings of the likes of Idrissa Gueye, James Tarkowski, Iliman Ndiaye, Dwight McNeil, Amadou Onana, James Garner, Jacob Ryan, and Beto. And he managed to move players on for profits as well, namely Onana, who was sold to Villa for 50 million quid. They bought him initially for 33 million pounds. So he seems to have an eye for a player, and he certainly seems to be in the driving seat to come to Ibrox. So it's an interesting one. We are looking to speak to someone associated with Everton, a podcaster down there, to give us a bit more insight into Kevin Thelwell and what we can expect should he pitch up at Ibrox. It certainly looks like that will be the case, and an announcement probably sooner rather than later with regards to that. But certainly Rangers looking to bring in a sporting director before they start recruiting for a manager, and then beyond, of course, with the squad rebuild that is set to take place in the summer. Other news, and a player that's already in the building, Bailey Rice. Rangers set to reward the teenager with a new contract to extend his stay at Ibrox. His current deal runs out in the summer of 2026, and Rangers said to be keen on getting him tied down on a longer-term deal. He's a boyhood Rangers fan. Talks are said to be at a preliminary stage. There is interest in him from down south, but he's come in. I think he's did well. Certainly the European games, he's shown that he's got a bit about him, Bailey Rice. If anything, I think many would have liked to have seen him getting more of an opportunity in the first team. It will be interesting to see if he does get more game time in the final 5 fixtures of the season. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be starting at the weekend against St Mirren and then beyond. But yeah, I think this is a good move all round. If Rangers tie him down on a longer term deal, you're looking to really keep hold of your assets. 18 years of age. He's got a very bright future ahead of him, Bailey Rice. So, yeah, I think that would be most welcome if Rangers can get a deal sorted there. Going back to that Everton link with Kevin Thelwell, Ali McCoist has been speaking. And on Talk Sport this morning, he said on the managerial hunt that Rangers, of course, looking to appoint a permanent successor to Philip Clement for next season. He said he would take Sean Dyche as Rangers' next permanent manager all day. Now, he's been out of work, Dyche, since being sacked by Everton back in January following a poor run of results. And Deitch speaking, McCoist on Deitch says, I take Sean all day. I think Sean Dyche is an excellent manager. Excellent. His work at Burnley was nothing short of remarkable. So McCoist would take Sean Dyche. I'm not too sure that would be a universally popular appointment, I've got to say. Certainly from Everton fans I know down here, they weren't too unhappy when he was relieved of his duties. So would you like Sean Dyche at Rangers, folks? Do let us know in the comments. He's a name that has been linked to the club before. In fact, before Clement was appointed, I'm sure he was heavily linked and he was asked about the Rangers role. I think this was before he got the Everton gig, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe wrong there, but he was asked. Perhaps it was on TalkSport as well. I think he was quizzed on that. I think wages were an issue back then, and he certainly saw himself as a Premier League manager. Whether he would come up to Rangers, I'm sure he would, incidentally, given the takeover that is about to take place. But I'm not too sure that would be the right fit for Rangers. But I'm keen to get your thoughts on that. Would you like to see Rangers go down that avenue? On the issue of summer transfers and the possibility of players coming into the club, one player that Stevie mentioned this morning was Lawrence Shankland, which certainly sparked debate. Now, Andy Halliday has been speaking, saying that Rangers signing Lawrence Shankland this summer is a no-brainer. Now, he is available on a free transfer come the end of the campaign. His contract at Tynecastle is up. Speaking on Open Goal, Halliday said it's a no-brainer if it's on a free transfer and you can get him for the right amount of money. Obviously, with Rangers trying to bring down the wage bill in the last couple of years, you definitely have him as part of your squad. He's, in the two campaigns preceding the current season, he scored just 5 times in 39 Hearts appearances this season. Prior to that, he netted 31 and 28 goals respectively. So certainly has been off the boil this term. He is 29 years of age now. Lawrence Shankland, would you take him on a free, folks? If it was for the right money, Rangers not paying a transfer fee, I think he would be a good squad option. I don't think he would be someone that you'd be playing every week. But as a squad player, I think I'd be tempted to take him. But I'm keen again to hear your thoughts. Like I said, he's had a pretty poor season. Hearts have had a poor season in general, really missing out on the top 6 as well. Is that ship sailed, though, on Shankland? Certainly when he was heavily linked last season, January of last year, I think Rangers' title hopes were hanging on the decision not to sign a striker. I think that cost them in the end, and Lawrence Shankland heavily linked at that point in time, where the Rangers should have splashed the cash then to make sure that they went on and won the title. They certainly should have brought in a striker of some distinction then, but they failed to do so. On a freebie, I can see it making sense. Andy Halliday certainly agrees, but do you please let us know. Right, folks, that'll do us with some of the news doing the rounds at the moment. Tomorrow, of course, we'll be back as ever on the morning briefing, 9:30. We aim to bring you reaction from the fans forum conducted by CEO Patrick Stewart this evening, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But if I don't speak to you later on, then we'll chat again tomorrow. Before we wrap up, just a quick word for our podcast sponsors, as ever, the great folks at S1 Jobs. If you're looking to hand in your transfer request, head over to s1jobs.com and upload your CV today. With thousands of jobs across Glasgow, Edinburgh, and the surrounding area, you'll find the one at S1 Jobs. Right, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Bye for now.